Hey guys, just thought I'd do another inbox review of a kit I've actually had my eye on for a long time, and around about a month ago I managed to get hold of one. It is, of course, the Tamiya Russian BT7 main battle tank, which was used in the early part of the war in Russia during the Second World War. It didn't hold up too well, as a lot of the vehicles were lost in the initial stages of the invasion by the forces of the Wehrmacht. It didn't hold up very well until the T-34 came in, to be honest with you, and I think they lost around about 2,000 of these vehicles. They didn't. I mean, to be honest, you can see with the cannon, it wouldn't have held up well against Panzer twos and threes and fours, and I think quite a few were lost at Kursk as well. However, what inspired me to get hold of this kit was, I think it was about 18 months ago, Mike Curran and Michael, or as we know him, Hamil Kabarkas, were doing a buddy build on this kit. Both superb builds, and Mike himself, when I was emailing him to get some feedback, did say to me it was one of the easiest kits he'd ever built, and it's a super little kit and just basically really falls together. Having looked at it, I can understand that, and it is an interesting subject, particularly as I'm not very familiar with the Russian armour. So thankfully I managed to source this one off of eBay, and I'm pretty glad I did, and I thought I'd share it with you. It is possibly one I will be doing as a project for next year. I have made my mind up about that. When I'm going to be doing it, I don't know. I might do it in the early part of spring, after I've got all my current builds out of the way, because I know I've got the Tiger, which I've actually managed to get repaired because there was a few knocks on it. That's going to be done. It's been sitting there, oh, what, 3 months, and the AS9, well, quite a while. AS90, I mean to say, it's been sitting there quite a while. So those two need to get my attention back. Once I've done those, and also got the Hanamag out of the way, this may be my next project for the new year. Unlike Mike, I've managed to get a few more accessories to go with the kit, which I'll go over with you in a moment. But anyway, I'm glad I got it. It's going to be an essential part of my Russian stash, and without further ado, we get on with the kit, and I'm going to stop waffling. Okay. Because I know that's not really what you're watching the video for. You want to see what this kit is like. So again, it's got the familiar white box art, which we all know so well with Tamiya kits. You'll have to excuse the battered box. It did get a bit knocked about on the way of being shipped all the way from I think Korea. The contents are okay. On the side of the box, the kit number, if you want to get hold of one of these, is 353273800. Okay, so that, if you want to pause that, that's the kit number. Okay, and as you've noticed, it comes with an etched brass grille. Okay, and then on the side here, you've got the version that's depicted, Leningrad in 43. Might go with that one, I don't know, I haven't made my mind up yet. Or possibly this one, which is of a well-known armoured unit. And then obviously on here is indicating the etched brass grills and accessories you get with the kit. Okay. Alright, let's have a look and see what's inside. First off, we've got the instruction sheet. As you can see here, there's the Japanese interpretations, I'll put that over there. Again, you've got the picture of the assembled kit, which looks rather good. Down here's all your colour callouts, and then obviously their recommended tools they to me I recommend you get hold of. Okay. Inside, it's depicting one of 3 options. First is the box art one, which is 722, based at Leningrad in 43. And then you've got the 3rd mechanised corps, which does look quite an interesting colour scheme. And then finally, you've got a German Army captured example. First process in the assembly is of the side panels, as you can see here. Then up here you've got the hull assembly, as you can see here, for the lower hull. and then obviously attaching the whole underside to the vehicle. Then the assembly of the suspension arms, which you can see on stage 4. Moving on, we go to the attachment of the suspension to the hull, as you can see here. And then obviously all the internal hull assembly, along with the driver's seat, because you can have the hatch open if you want to. And then obviously assembly of the final drives at the front of the vehicle, along with the side skirt panels. And then more of the suspension on the front of the vehicle, then the assembly of the running gear, that's the drive wheel and the sprockets, etc. And then it's suggesting you add the wheels to the vehicle. Now I'm going to leave that till the last thing because it's going to make life a lot easier. Okay, and the unique thing about this kit is there aren't those horrible rubber tracks that we all know so well. Instead you've got a link-to-link track system here if you want to use it. But I've ordered through all tracks for this one, just to give it that added weight. And then down here is the assembly of and the shaping of the grills for the engine hatch. And then you've got the assembly down here of the, let me see, jig to do it with. And then on here you've got the intake radiator grills to be assembled, along with the axis hatch. And then add the exhaust stubs to the lower part, the upper hull. And then add all the engine panels, etc. to the upper hull. Then the assembly of the tools and the jack. Okay. And then the assembly of the headlights and application to the front of the vehicle. And then finally, all the 3 main assemblies to go together. And then some more sub-assemblies with the jack, etc. And front hatch. You can have it open if you want, which is probably what I'm going to do. And then obviously add the 2 spare tracks at the back of the vehicle, along with the, well, it doesn't tell you what that is, but never mind. And then obviously add the tow chains, which you can see they can do it in 2 ways, which is showing you there. And then down here is the assembly of the barrel. Now with mine I've ordered a metal barrel just to give it that more authenticity. And then the assembly of the mantlets, and then add the assembly of the machine gun and the jack. Add the machine gun to the, I suppose, frontal mantlet, I suppose. Yep, that's the mantlet. And it's showing the angle it should appear at. Okay. And then getting to the final stages of the assembly is the turret. Putting all the turret together. And then down here you've got the indication of whichever unit markers you want on their uniform. You've got the field commander's figure there with the colour callouts, as well as the tank commander as well. And then obviously finally what you do is add the turret to the main vehicle. Okay, these are the 3 colour options. Again, you've got the first primary example, which is of a vehicle at Leningrad in summer of 43. Excuse me. And then one of the 3rd mechanised unit, which looks quite interesting with that cross on the turret. And then finally, you've got one of a German captured example. Okay, so that is that. Okay, now we're getting on to the interesting part, which is what all the goodies are inside the box. Now, one or two I've actually taken out. I'm going to show those to you. The detail on the hull is amazing. And I'll just show you. This is the part of the lower hull. Look at the level of detail on that. They've caught the rivets on it beautifully. Because as you know, a lot of these tanks were mass produced. Excuse me. Then you got the side skirts. And obviously some of the frontal suspension, which you can see here. If I can get it into view. Excuse me, I've just got a bit of a dry throat. If I can get it into view, there you go. Very nicely caught. And then obviously you've got these side panels. Again, the riveting on them, it's not overdone, it's just right, as it would be on the real vehicle. superb, absolutely superb. And I even like with the driver's seat, if I can get the light down low enough, here we go, you can see even make out the creases of the leather in the seat. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but it's beautifully caught, and that'll come out really well with a bit of highlighting and brush and washes. Okay, so I'll put that back in its bag. Now also in the first bag you've got the chain link for the towing vehicle. I don't know if you can see it there. There you go. Okay, and obviously you've got the little bits for the revision ports. Alright, this is parts of the turret. Not a lot of detail on there, to be honest with you. Then I suppose there wasn't really on the real vehicle. And then obviously you've got the figures here. That's the field commander's figure, if I can get it into shot. Beautifully caught on his uniform with the insignia, etc. Even the face. I'll get it on there, if I can get it into shot. Very nicely caught, I have to say. And I'll probably be trying out that AK Flesh colour set on this, actually. And again with the tank commander, I'll get it into shot. Beautiful detail on the actual his tunic, and again with the face. I don't know if you can make that out. If I can get it into shot. Nicely caught, very nicely caught. So you can see why I do like this kit, and I can understand why Mike liked it just as much. So yeah, very nicely caught. And this is the upper hole, as you can see here. Okay, sorry if you can't see a lot, unfortunately you get a lot of refraction from the light onto the bag. Again, the front panel excuse me, take it from me, the rivet detail on it is absolutely superb. Really nicely caught. And in this bag you've got the link-to-link set. Actually, I'll take this one out so you can get a better look at it, if you'll bear with me, guys. Here we are. Level of detail on those actual tracks is not bad, actually, but as I say, I'll be using the full tracks on this. And there's your spares as well. Okay, and there's part of your wheel assembly. Again, the detail on that is absolutely beautiful, really well done. Okay, and then obviously you've got your main suspension arms here along with your running gear, and again the level of detail on the wheels with the rivets, etc. is very well caught. Okay, and then obviously you've got your suspension arms and the exhausts, etc. So that's the main emphasis of the kit. And then obviously in here, don't know if you can see it, is your decals. Now, and then also on the reverse is all the etch brass that comes with the kit as well. Okay, now what I've also ordered, just to give it a little bit more detail, I've got the full tracks here, and as you can see the number on those, in case anybody's interested, is ATL74. I've got this from a source in Poland. I think it's RB Models actually do it themselves, or for all them deals. I got it here within a week. Superb service, so thank you guys, I really appreciate that. And also I managed to get a Lion Mark barrel, so that's beautifully tooled and beautifully caught there, as you can see. And then finally I've got the Edward etch brass set that's come through as well, and the number on that one is 36141. Okay, and there's all the extra internal detail as well, which I should be using. So there you have it. That is the Tamiya BT7, specifically the 1937 model. Now they do another one which is a latter mark, which has got the radio aerial around the turret. I might get that one a little later, but as I say, I went with this one because it was the one that Mike actually built, and it looks a super little kit. And as I say, I'll probably use that as a project maybe in the spring after I've got all the other builds out of the way. So there you go. I heartily recommend this kit. And what it's going to be like to build, it looks super, it looks simple, detail looks superb, and as I say, I will be super detailing it with the extras I managed to get. But if you can get hold of one of these, I'd definitely get it as an essential vehicle because it was one of the mainstays in the early stages of the war in Russia. And a superb little kit it makes too. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the review. If you do, subscribe and leave your comments. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.